Wow, wow, wow. Listen, I do a lot of watch-alongs. I do a lot of games, and I cover a lot of games. But that's right up there as one of the best games I have ever witnessed. Even though it's the ops, even though there was a hate watch going on. My word, what an absolute advert for the Premier League. Barclays Premier League. That was the prime Barclays Premier League. Unbelievable games. 9 goals. At one point, Manchester City were winning this game 5-1. How on earth it ended 5-4, I will never know. Unbelievable. Crazy. Bonkers. Drama. The goals catalogue in this game alone could be the goal of the season. This game alone, we had strike after strike after strike. Goal after goal after goal. I was losing my head. It was unreal, bro. And I'm glad that was on tonight. I thought tonight, you know what? Let me take a night off. Man City expected to beat Fulham. But you can never take a night off in the Premier League. You can never take your eye off the Premier League. Never. There is no right for anyone to say it's a given. We're going to win this game. We're just going to put our feet up. No way. And Guardiola tonight, yeah, will be absolutely moving mad. The players, the defense from Man City, disgrace. The attack, they did their job. Defensively, oh my God. And Savio, I told you about Savio. He's dead food. Don't let Lee Gunner's opinion on what he's watched at La Liga in Girona tell you otherwise. He's dead food. And he nearly cost Man City the game. What an unbelievably bad cameo, bro. He's a scrub. Man City had 70 million waiting for him. And I'm telling you, bro, he doesn't do anything right. Nothing. He put one ball in the box to Haaland, and that was it. Dead food. But where do we start in this game? Do we start from Haaland's sitter at the start of the game? Where do we start in this game? Like, generally, do we start the fact that Kevin, what a cameo, the defending towards the end from Man City, the goal clearance off the line from Gavadio? Where do we start? Where? But we have to start. Erling Haaland, brilliant, brilliant goal. Finish, again, people don't even doubt it. That finish there, yeah, I know Leno should have done better, but the finish was absolutely, like, he just missed the chance, by the way. So his confidence shouldn't be that high. But the finish, the one-time finish, it's a nice little dummy from Reinders, who I thought had a good game. I know I've spoken a lot about him this season, but I thought Reinders was excellent today. Dummied it into Haaland, brilliant finish. And then Haaland sets up the second one. Good little hold-up play there. Slots it into Reinders, and Reinders' finish is absolutely brilliant. And you think to yourself, 2-0, game over. I called it. I said to myself, yo, the game's over. It's done. Ain't nothing going in now. Finished. Khalas. Then Phil Foden outside the box. What an absolute brilliant goal. Unbelievable goal. Like, apparently there's a stat here that Phil Foden, I think, has got the most goals outside the box than any other player since 23-24 season. I think he's got around 7. Phil Foden is back. Phil Foden is back. I hate to say it, bro, but the fun is over. Phil Foden looks like he's gotten back to his best now. The way he's playing right now, the passes, the movement, the dribbling, the awareness, the intelligence, every single thing that you associate from his game. The goals now, back-to-back braces now. Back-to-back braces. This guy is well and truly back for Man City. And Man City are going to need him because Erling Haaland won't be able to play every game. Phil Foden now is an established, experienced player now. 25. He will be 26 next summer. This isn't a young kid anymore. This guy has now got to step up. And boy, is he stepping up for Man City now. Another brilliant performance. Another performance where the goals, the importance, the way he's kind of moving it. He's floating around now. He's not sticking into one position. He's on the right one time. He's in the central. his movement and his intelligence now is back to what we know. And listen, I'm a local lad, yeah, and sometimes it's hard for me to hate on fellow Mancunians. It is what it is. Man City, I don't particularly like them, but when you've got fellow Mancunians, I'm like, you know what, man? I don't mind them I don't mind them doing well. I can't lie to you. It is what it is. And Phil Foden, as much as we hate Man City, listen, you always want certain players to do well. And Phil Foden has always been one of them players where I thought, very, very talented, local lad. You know what, man? Fair play to him, man. And you know what? Brilliant performance. And then you're thinking to yourself, yo, man, we might have what's going on here? And then Smith Rowe equalises. Another brilliant goal, by the way. Brilliant goal from Smith Rowe. Nice little lofted header over Donnarumma. And then you're like, Yo, we got a game in our hands here. Have we got a game in our hands here? It's 4-1, yeah. But it's 3-1. But you think to yourself, you know what? Is there a game in our hands here? But then Phil Foden scores in the second half. And you think to yourself, 4-1. Then it's game over. You think to yourself, now it's game over. And then they bring on Chukwueze, and he does a madness. He does a madness. The finish from Iwobi, though, was unbelievable. Outside the box, he curls it around. You're thinking to yourself right now, at this point, I think it's 4-2. You're thinking to yourself, what the hell is going on? Like, genuinely, what is going on? And then Man City make it 5-2, I believe. I think it was... actually, they made it 5-1, actually. I think it was 5. This is where I'm mad. I'm losing count of the goals. They make it 5-1, I believe. That's what it is. They make it 5-1, and then Iwobi scores to make it 5-2. And that's when I started to... You know when you're on FIFA playing, yeah? Then you start to go and say, we're ready. 5-2. And then Chukwueze brace. Brilliant. 2 brilliant finishes. What an impact from Chukwueze. City's defence was all over the place at this minute. They were all over the place. They were shouting at each other. They were screaming at each other. They weren't getting to the first ball, second balls. Josh King came on. He added a bit of spice to the game. It was going mad. Absolutely mad. And City's defence was all over the place. It generally was, man. Nunes was getting dragged out wide. Nico Riley was getting dragged on that side. There was just no communication, no organisation. It was all at sea for Man City. 5-4 on the 78th minute. Bearing in mind, the game, 8 minutes had been added on. So we technically had 20 minutes left. We technically had a long time left. Man City brought on Stones. That kind of stabilised it a little bit. But then still, Fulham kept going and going and going. Kevin came on the left-hand side. He then started to beat the right-back Nunes a lot of times. He kept crossing the ball in. Nobody was there. They kept trying. And then there was a ball in from Kevin. It cuts in. Actually, you know what? It goes into Sessegnon, I believe. Sessegnon then has a shot. Gvardiol is on the line. Oh, my God. It's crazy. Absolutely mad. Off the line. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, why? Why? Unbelievable. Generally, when you look at the chance there, you're like, wow. Sensational block. And then Man City just about hold on. But that is a warning sign, man. Manchester City, yes, you can score goals. Yes, you're talented up front. Yes, you've got Haaland. Yes, you've got players that can affect games. But you have conceded now 4 goals tonight and 2 goals at Leeds. That is 6 goals now. Arsenal don't do that. I'm sorry. Arsenal do not make that game 5-4. Whether you like it or not, whether you think, oh, but it don't matter, we won the game. There are warning signs in this Man City team. I'm telling you now, bro. You cannot get away with that. You've done it against Leeds and now Fulham now. You do that against Sunderland or whoever away from home, you're going to get knocked. And this is why people... And I said, Man City, this season, their defence is a problem. They bought in Nuri, he's getting benched by Nico Riley, who isn't a left-back by trade. You've got Nunes at right-back, who's a midfielder by trade. Gavardiol and Diaz are good, but there's no depth. They bring on Ake. They bring on Stones. They're not the same level. They're not. They are not the same level. In midfield today as well, Nico Gonzalez. I'm sorry, man. Today, the gaps in the second half in that midfield, this is why Rodri is levels above anyone. Because Rodri does not make that a crazy game. He takes a sting out of the game. He keeps possession. He adds. He's got physicality. You don't where that ball is in the box. He's there to kind of take out the fires in a sense. That never happens. But now Man City are there to be got at. There's a vulnerability about Man City, whether you like it or not. They can score goals, but defensively they're still a problem. But having said all that, they've won the game, and that is priceless. Whether you talk about, but we didn't, they've won the game. And right there in a title race is all what matters. Because Arsenal have had a... Arsenal tonight would have been watching that game thinking, for what? Let me turn the telly off. Let me turn it off. Oh! It's 5-3. It's 5-4. Let me watch this game. And then now they're deflated. Now they're going in. Listen, Arsenal players are watching that tonight thinking, oh my God, we're that close. But now we have to look back in and do our job. So you have to understand that as much as you say, you know what I mean? You're in there. You're not, like, bro, all of a sudden now, they're not in their element now. Do you see what I'm trying to say now? You see how mad this Premier League is right now? Because you've almost got to do your own job, but you're then looking around to say, you know what? If someone can make it a bit easier for us, that's not bad. And that right there today, bro, was absolutely mad. It was mad. We were that close, guys. We were that close, man. We were that close. I also want to say Erling Haaland, 100 goals in 111 games. The fastest player to reach that. Ahead of Henry, Shearer. Absolutely sensational. Whether I am a hater of Man City or not, some things you just got to give it the praise. Some things you just got to acknowledge. Erling Haaland is a goal machine. Unbelievable. To get them amount of goals in such a short space of time is ridiculous, bro. Went for a barren spell of scoring 2 goals, and we call it a crisis. And all of a sudden, he comes out and scores the goals he does tonight, man. Unbelievable, bro. Crazy. Can he break that Shearer record? I don't know. But I tell you what, he's 25. He's 25. He has got time left, and that is scary. 25 years old. And we're talking about he's 170 away, 160 away from that. 160 goals in, I'd say, 7 odd seasons. What's that? You work out the maths. Actually, let me work it out right now. $26 goals a season for the next 6 years. Can Erling Haaland do that? I'm worried. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.